Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I'm so very happy that you are here with me today. In this week's episode of Be1 Be You, we are diving into the theme, the truth about emotional pain. Your emotional body is connected to your physical body. Your emotional body is the sensory feeling energetic that registers and creates your responses, your reactions, your interaction with life, all of life, with yourself. Your emotional body interprets pain, sorrow, hurt, abandonment, betrayal, rejection. It interprets divine love. It interprets source, that quantum infinite source, also known as God in many languages, in hundreds of cultures. Emotional pain usually is created through not feeling seen, heard, received. When you slow down and meld into yourself, you're forced into having to recognize if you're split off and possibly numb, hardened, armored, resistant, or fluid, open, flowing in the interchange of energy. Energy in motion. E equals motion. Energy is the flow of motion. It is the emotion. Your energy lives in every nuance of your physicality and your mental body and your emotional body, the causal body, which is the memory body, that's part of the mental body, are all included. Our natural state is a state of joy, an interchange with love. This is what makes up our true nature. We as humans have a battling mind. Our minds question, shut down, interact with the opposites. Our mind, until trained, lives and works in duality. Once your mind is aligned with the deep silence, that deep eternal presence of that infinite source within you, until then, there is a ongoing pain that comes through your life, through relationship, the way you could argue with a partner, the way that your child or young adult can't meet you in the eye, the way that you shut down to having to feel what you're really feeling, feeling the pain of what's happening in the world right now, and not knowing how to process that pain. When you come closer in to the source within you, into the divine love that naturally resides within you through receiving your original pain, your original hurt, the feeling that happens from being ABR'd, abandoned, betrayed, rejected, you begin to realize that you can choose if you want to stay in the drama of the trauma of living in separation in yourself. Many of us respond into trauma from being traumatized, and we get frozen in that place, and we recreate circumstance after circumstance to re-trigger the blocked original trauma, the emotional response that had no energy circuit to move through in your body. When you connect your consciousness, your awareness in your body-mind with the creation source from the earth, and allow that to begin to enter and move into your body, it begins to unfreeze and unblock those circuits that have stuck emotion. The earth energy is the salve, the healer itself. She is the healer. As you allow her in, your whole being can begin to reshift and align with her gifts. The earth's energy, the divine mother, the divine creation wants to support you. It is its natural state. It supports all life. As you come into peace, because you have accepted through knowing and understanding the source, the beginning of where the emotion originally occurred, the original emotion that separated from the source of contentment, of power, the power of knowing itself. As humans, we are all raised to acclimate to the demands, the expectations that we see in the eyes of the individuals who are our mentors when we're young, the elders, our parents, family, teachers, and being vulnerable beings at heart. We don't know what to do with our feelings of not really being accepted, seen, received for who we are. So that secret ingredient is to find that emotional pain. You're looking for it underneath an emotion, underneath the anger, the hurt, the shutdown, the numbness, and the resistance. It's your love that pierces the veil, that covers over your true self. The truth about your emotional pain is that it is an initiator. It is a teacher. We learn through pain until we have decided to embrace what really hurts inside of ourselves, and we choose to respond instead of to react. To mend emotional pain, you must love your pain, recognize your emotional response and reaction, and choose to open through the pain instead. There's a gift inside of you that is waiting to be found. And when you are in the emotional pain, you have to believe with all your being that there's a gift here somewhere. Take, for instance, a parent didn't really want your presence. Perhaps you triggered them in a way that made them feel threatened or uncomfortable. And so to avoid that emotional pain response, you went into a dream world inside. You went into an illusion, and you created a reality inside yourself that gives you a connection to something more than your pain. And then something happens in your life, whether it's relationship breakup or someone gets angry at you for not really knowing how to really show up. And it's a jolt in your life. It's a wake-up call. And that wake-up call is to support you, to know your pain, to understand it, and be able to embrace and love it. Most of us run from the pain until we open in some way to feel it. Perhaps you want to write music and it just never gets to that core essence. Perhaps you sing, and in order to really get to that core essence, you have to really feel the pain. Perhaps you have a tendency to need to control almost everything or everything. And then one day, your lover, your spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend decides to close the door on the relationship. And the pain that you feel agitates, aggravates, awakens, ignites a pain so deep inside of you that you don't know what to do. Yes, it is the loss of intimacy. But if there was a deeper into me, I see intimacy and communication, perhaps that ending would not have had to happen. Perhaps all of the protocols and the armor that is present that has covered up the emotional pain, perhaps of when your father hit your mom, or he came home drunk, or your mom slept with somebody else, or a parent died, or your brother died, or you just couldn't get the attention and the real love from a parent because they are too involved with their own life and wrapped up in their own unhealed life. And perhaps you come into this lifetime with a buildup of emotional pain that's created from you believing that you are the cause for when things go astray, when things fall apart, when things don't work out. Perhaps in a past lifetime you were part of a genocide. Your family was killed. Perhaps you can track back in your mind I, which connects to your memory, body, that's part of your soul. A lifetime when you were of a religion or a race that perhaps you actually don't want to really have anything to do with in this lifetime. Think about it. Why is it that we turn against another religious belief, organization, practice, color of skin, when we really can't stand ourselves because we have turned against and away from the very fabric, the tapestry, the woven cloth of our own being? And through those emotions of our own inner pain is God, and we believe. And I can't tell you how many people I've worked with, when we get right down to the core of it, really, really, really believe that God has abandoned them in either this lifetime or in a past lifetime. When in reality, what we do is we turn away. We turn away from that source, that infinite light that is love, because we can't feel the love. We develop beliefs that we don't deserve the love. That I'm not deserving of love. I am not worthy of love. How many of you have felt that? The truth about your emotional pain is that you have the power within inside of you to continue to create the armors, the barriers, the separations from the truth self, which is your soul, but it must be able to contact your physicality. It must be able to get through to you. You can be in an intensified spiritual awakening, but you can't get the breakthrough because your emotional body is in the way. It's still trying to protect you and keep you safe. Everyone who is traveling their real spiritual path of awakening through moving in, facing towards and into the light of themselves, and moving through those blockades to the true self knows that feeling of a deep wall that is run up against that makes you want to just fly, fight or flight. Instead of fighting, you open to receive the wisdom of God, the creation itself within you. Creation, God, source, the internal matrix, the geometric design, the order of the universe is who you are. And we can fabricate our projections, our insights, our beliefs so deeply that we can fool ourselves and miss the true teaching that is trying to come through to us from God, blasting us open. The more emotional pain that is in the way of being blasted open by God's source, that infinite power itself of love, the more resistance there is, the harder it is to grow. For those of you who desire, yearn to be really close with yourself and then have intimacy with another person, with the source itself, to feel directed from within, I want to invite you to get to know your emotional pain layer by layer. You get to a point where there is way less pain, and then you get to another point, a milestone, where there's less and less and less and less. And then you begin to respond to yourself, your life partner, your purpose in your life from a direct connection right through into your heart center. And you realize that there's less emotion. And then something erupts inside of you, and it's like a volcanic eruption. And you go, oh, there's something from my past working its way through and out. It's so hard to remember in the moment, not to get attached to it and identify that that's really how you feel right now, instead of going, this is coming out to be cleared. In all of the Spirit Gateways Institute courses, you experience the 21st Century Liberation Roadmap, which gives you the tools to traverse, to journey, travel your roadmap that is naturally imprinted in you. Your matrix is your roadmap. And in the Evolutionary Empowerment Global Village membership, I'm giving you the courses, the tools on the energetic, the psychological, the emotional, the physical, spiritual, and etheric levels, all connected into oneness so that you can evolve and move into your true self. I'd like to invite you to come to my website if you haven't yet, ayanalehi.com. IANALAHI.com, and check out the Global Village membership. And also feel free to sign up for the free gifts that you will be receiving just for coming to the site. Because my mission, my purpose is to share the tools to enlighten, to enhance, and move you forward through the obstacles, through the inner pain and the suffering that is yours alone, into the greater happiness found through being one in you. Thank you so much for being here with all of us, holding you in deep, deep love. Until next time, this is Ayana Lehi.